This beauty just hit the market, newly built on a corner lot, over half an acre, fully fenced in. Are you interested? Well then, look no further because I got you. What's up, YouTube fam? If you're new to this channel, well, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Alexis Diaz, and I'm Central Florida's real estate advisor and CEO of the Evolve Estates Group. Here at the Evolve Estates Group, it is our passion to help people evolve in real estate. So we go all over Central Florida and surrounding areas to show you what Florida has to offer. We explore new construction, resale homes, investment opportunities, local restaurants, shops, and so much more. Now make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you don't miss our weekly videos. Welcome to my newest listing here in Ocala, Florida, specifically Marion Oaks, where there's no HOA and no CDD. This beauty was built in 2023. It features 4 bedrooms plus a big flex space, 2 bathrooms, 2-car garage, over half of an acre, coming in at 1,837 square feet. Now this home is fully fenced in. It's on a corner lot. It's absolutely beautiful. Wait till you see that backyard. It is currently priced at $334,900. Now make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video where we're gonna go to Monarch School of Real Estate and I'm gonna break down the estimated down payment, closing costs, Hometown Heroes, which is coming July 1st, and it's gonna help you with your down payment plus some closing costs. So stay tuned to that and let's begin your real estate evolutionary tour. All right, so I really love the curb appeal on this house. I love the corner lot. The landscaping is beautiful, right? You do have this covered entryway as well, and we love covered entryways, okay? So when you come into the house, you're not walking directly into the main living room or the kitchen, okay? So this is, you have the foyer to my left is where you can have a nice table, a nice painting just like this, a mirror, whatever your heart desires. Now this is the flex space, right? So you can make this whatever your heart desires. They decided that they wanted this to be where their living room was held, right? But technically this is the flex space, okay? But again, it's their house. They pay the mortgage, they get to do whatever they want to do, and so do you, right? So let me know what you think about this space. I love the 2 windows. It's a really nice large space. You can maybe make this your gym. You can make this your office, up to you, right? So walking in to the main living space where you have this kitchen. Now let's break this kitchen down. So you're gonna have an L-shaped kitchen. You have the kitchen island. You guys know that we love islands because I'm an island girl, born and raised in Staten Island, New York, half Puerto Rican and half Dominican. So we're gonna have granite countertops, okay? We have a single stainless steel sink. I remember when when we saw this house and she was like, oh no, I have to have a single deep stainless steel sink because I don't like the double. And I was like, okay, I got you. So as you can see, you can fit 3 chairs there. You have your dishwasher, and then you're going to have this backsplash, which they actually installed after they closed, right? So I absolutely love that they did that. It just helps maintain the, you know, when you're cooking and stuff splatters everywhere, it's easier to clean. Now you're gonna have 36-inch cabinets, as you can see here. They are not soft close, but they do have the handles. The sellers installed the handles after closing. You see the crown molding. You're gonna have the microwave over the electric stove, and then you have this L shape over here where it's just so much space for the kitchen. We're gonna have to have a coffee station. I think this would be perfect for a coffee station over here as well. But as you can see, you just have so much cabinet space, and oh my goodness, This is so funny. This big drawer, she was like, I need a big drawer in my house because I don't even cook on the stove. I have a big hot plate, which here it goes. Look, there we go, right? And she was like, I need a big drawer for this. So it fits exactly in this drawer. So I absolutely love that for her. So as you can see, there's just so much space. Now this refrigerator is actually not coming with the house. The one in the garage is going to be coming in the kitchen, and then they're gonna be taking this one with them. But it is going to come with the original refrigerator that came with the house, okay? Just not that one. So all throughout the house, you're gonna have luxury vinyl planking. There is no carpet in here, okay? Off of the kitchen, you're going to have your pantry. It's a nice size. You have 4 shelves, and you have more than enough space from the first shelf from the bottom to put your cases of water, bulky snacks for the kids, the grandkids, the nieces and nephews. So come on this way. So technically this is the family room, right? So what you could do is you could have a nice table this way because you could see the light over the table, right? So maybe you can make this your dining area, and then you can make this section your living room, your 100-inch minimum TV on that wall, right? So let me know what you think. Or would you use the front as the living room like they did? I'm just curious as what you would do, but this is how they decided to use their house, and you have the dining table here, okay? But as you can see, there's just so much space over here, so you could definitely get creative, okay? Now, there's gonna be sliding doors leading into your lanai. We're gonna have to go outside because I really wanna show you the oasis that they already created. Let's go. All right, so I gotta make this fast because Victor is already sweating in the sun. So you have a covered lanai. It is pre-wired for a ceiling fan. You can have it just set up just like this with some seating. They even extended the concrete. They have a pergola onto the left side, which comes with the house. And then they have a really nice swing set up in here as well. As you can see, this really big shed. It doesn't come with the house, but if you wanted it, then that's something that we can negotiate with the sellers, okay? But this is so big. You can still have room for a pool, and you can add on to whatever your heart desires. Let me know what you think about this backyard. I love that it's fully fenced in for you already. You don't even have to worry about that, okay? Let's go back in because Victor is dripping already. Let's go. All right, let's come back into the AC because it is summertime here in Florida. So this is considered a split floor plan where the master is on one side and then the other bedrooms are on their opposite side. So come on here, off of this, let's just call it the living room. Off of the living room, you have this long hallway. In this hallway, you're gonna have 3 bedrooms plus the bathroom that they share. So let's talk about the bathroom. This bathroom is gonna feature a single sink with quartz countertops, under-mounted sink. We love that. Then we're gonna have a shower tub combination. Unfortunately, the builder did not take it all the way up to the top, but I will say that I like that it's tile instead of the shell, right? So you have some good space there. Now to my left is, let's just call this bedroom number 1, faces the back of the house. We have the 1 window in here. Again, there is no carpet in here. They use it as like an exercise room / kind of like computer room. And then you're gonna have a closet in there as well, okay? So now we're gonna talk about bedroom number 2. Bedroom number 2 faces the back of the house too. We have the 1 window in here. As you can see, this looks like a full-size bed. You have seating in here, a really tall dresser, so you can kind of have an idea of what you could fit in here. And then you also have a closet with 1 shelf you can add and maximize it to your family needs. In this hallway, you're also going to have a linen closet. So you have 4 shelves, more than enough space to go ahead and put your bed sheets and towels and all of that. So now, this is bedroom number 3. However, the sellers decided to make it a walk-in closet, right? So if you wanted a bigger walk-in closet, right, you can make this, you can keep it exactly like it is, right? Or if you wanted to make this a nursery, because let me show you. Now, All of the rooms are pre-wired for a ceiling fan, right? You're gonna have another closet in here, which just has the one shelf, okay? But what the seller decided to do was they wanted to have an opening from their master bedroom. So the master bedroom, you actually have a connection, right? So you have a few different options, I would say. You could always close this off and make this how it was meant to be, with the fourth bedroom, and it has its own closet. You can keep it like this if you didn't necessarily need another bedroom and have this as your walk-in closet, or you can make this your office as well, or a nursery. So you have different options. You have a window here, faces the side of the house. So actually, do we want to show them the master bedroom like this? So I think we should show them on the other side. Let's go to the other side. All right, that was quick. Okay, so welcome into your master bedroom. Now, this master bedroom does have a really nice size walk-in closet. As you can see, it's kind of like a weird U shape, but there's so much space in here. And then come on in, this is a really nice size. This is a queen bed. You have the end tables, you have the one mirror, you have the ceiling fan in here, and you have a big dresser in here. So I really, really like the size. This house did come with all carpet in the bedrooms, but the sellers were like, I don't like carpet, and that's why they picked up the carpet and they did this flooring, okay? Let's talk about this master bathroom. So the master bathroom features a standalone tub with the tile surrounding it. I absolutely love it. You're gonna have a wall dividing the toilet. You have the double sinks, quartz countertops, undermounted, and then you have the step-in shower with the towel not going all the way up to the top. However, I like that the shell is not installed and you do have tile. And then you also have linen space in this bathroom as well, okay? But I wanna kind of give you an idea. So as you can see, you have technically they just made a cutout on the wall, right? So technically that's the, this would be a wall if you didn't want this here, right? And that's easy to close up if that's what you wanted to do. So let me know what you think about that. Would you leave it like that? Would you prefer it to be closed up? Would you use that as an office, as a nursery? I think that would be a cool nursery spot, right? So come on this way. So off of the master bedroom, we're gonna have the laundry room. So the laundry room does feature the washer and dryer, which comes included in the sale, right? You're gonna have the rack on top, and then you're going to have the door leading into the garage. So your AC is in there, your water heater is in there. It already comes with the garage door opener, okay? Remember, that refrigerator in there is going to come into the kitchen, and they keep it really, really nice and neat. It's big. So just to kind of give you an idea how the garage looks. Now, what we're gonna do, let's just go back to the kitchen. We're gonna chop it up, and then we're gonna talk about Monarch School of Real Estate. All right, so if you like this house and you're like, oh my goodness, Alexis, this is the house for me. I want a half acre on a corner lot, already fenced in, and I don't have to think about it. Or if you're like, maybe this is not quite it, but we definitely want to work with you guys at the Evolve Estates group, the best way to reach out to us is going to be in our YouTube. There's a link. That link is to our calendar. Now you're going to choose whether you're a builder, seller, buyer, investor, or realtor ready to evolve in real estate. You'll choose a day and a time, whichever works best for you. And we'll see you via Zoom because we want to see your beautiful faces. You can give us a call or you can send us an email as well. We work here as a team, and I'm super, super excited to help you guys evolve in real estate. All right, we are back in the kitchen and it is time to chop it up. So let's do a quick recap. So we are currently in Ocala, Florida, specifically Marion Oaks. Now this home was built in 2023. It features 4 bedrooms plus that big flex space when you first come into the house. 2 bathrooms, 2-car garage, 1,837 square feet on 0.52 of an acre on a corner lot, and it is currently listed at $334,900. Now, what I absolutely love about this house is the space you have, right? So you have that flex space. You're not walking directly into the kitchen, into, you know, the main living space, unless you decide you want that to be your living room, right? I just love how well maintained it is. I love the added features that the sellers did in the house, where they took up the carpet, they added the backsplash in the kitchen. I love that they made one of the bedrooms the walk-in closet, because you know what I always say, you make the house however you decide to make it. I love that they extended the patio in the back, and you have the pergola. I always get that confused. The pergola, it's fully fenced in. If you decide you want the shed, that is negotiable, right? So I'm super excited. I'm super grateful to be able to have helped them buy this house, and then now I'm able to help them sell this house. Now this area is growing. There's no HOA, there's no CDD, okay? But the growth that's happening, I absolutely love it. You have more schools being built. You have a new elementary that should be opening up soon. You have a new high school that's being built. You have what I call the Marion Hub, where you have your Aldi's. You have a barbershop, a Dominican hair salon. You have Old San Juan Puerto Rican restaurant. You have an urgent care here. Of course, you have kind of like your Dollar General market, which is brand new. You have an auto parts store. You also have a community center if you decided you wanted to be a part of the community, right? I think it's like $55 per year. And I think it's super cool because they have a basketball court, they have tennis courts, they have a splash pad for the kids, they have a gym, they have kind of like an area where the kids can play, like an arcade game room type of thing. They have the PlayStations there, pool tables. They have a discovery room. They have a, what is it called? A library. They have space where you can rent it out as well for a very inexpensive fee. So there's just so much happening here. Now, on a little bit of a bigger scale, you're probably about 10 to 15 minutes away from this house to Highway 200, where you're gonna have all of the stores that you possibly need, such as your Publix, your Walmart, your Bravo for the sofrito, VA clinic, major hospitals, your Starbucks, and all of that stuff, right? They're actually building Sprouts now. They have Chipotle, so I'm just super excited. What else? So on an even larger scale than that, you're about 20 to 25 minutes away from the major springs, which is Silver Springs and Rainbow Springs. You can go swimming in Rainbow Springs. You cannot go swimming in Silver Springs. You can go both kayaking, paddle boarding, and then you can do the bottomless boat tour at Silver Springs. So there's always something to do here. You're about 25 to 30 minutes away from the World Equestrian Center. If you didn't know, Ocala is known as the horse capital of the world. So you can catch a horse competition show, a dog show for free. You can just take the kids to walk around. They have shops there. They have a candy store over there. They have a big luxury hotel where you can go to their restaurants. They do have a kids toy store, so beware. And they have an amazing French bakery in there, which is, oh my gosh, so good. So if you're like, oh my gosh, what does Ocala have to offer, or what does Florida living have to offer? You want to check out our other channel called Sunshine State Living. You'll see my beautiful family, and we have just explored some of the things that Florida has to offer, especially here in Ocala. You're about 30 minutes away from downtown Ocala, where you're gonna have one of my family's favorite candy shops, Grandpa Joe's Candy Shop. You're gonna have boutique shops and restaurants there. You have bars there as well. On Saturdays, you have the Ocala Farmers Market. If you want to get your fresh eggs, your meat, your produce, support small businesses. They have like music festivals there. They have festivals for the holidays and things like that. So it's definitely a vibe. I recommend you go check it out. Okay, now you're about an hour and a half away from downtown Orlando. You're about an hour and a half away from the Orlando International Airport. You're about an hour and a half away from Disney and Universal. You're about an hour and a half away from Tampa, and you're about 4 to 5 hours away from Miami, just to kind of give you a bigger perspective. And you're about 30 to 45 minutes away from Gainesville, okay? I think I covered everything. This house is on a septic tank and public water. The septic tank is in the front of the house, so you can definitely build a pool back there if you would like to. Let me know if you have any questions, if I didn't cover anything. This is concrete block home, but I think I covered everything. On Sundays, we do YouTube Live, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is just a great time for us to just chop it up. This is a great time for you to ask me any questions, and I let you know what's currently going on in the market. So without further ado, let's go to Monarch School of Real Estate, because you really want to hear about this Hometown Heroes program. Welcome to Monarch School of Real Estate. If you've been here for a while, you know that I absolutely love this portion of the video because I want to educate you guys to become savvy consumers. Now, I always start off by saying is that I'm not a licensed lender or licensed tax appraiser, so the numbers on this board are solely estimates to give you a better idea of what to look forward to. Now, this house is listed at $334,900, no HOA fees and no CDD fees. So when you're purchasing a house and you need to finance, you have a lot of different financing options, but I'm just going to talk about a few of the more popular ones, starting with FHA. FHA is primarily for first-time home buyers. However, if you haven't owned a home in the past 3 years, you're considered a first-time home buyer and you can take advantage of using the FHA loan. Minimum down payment is 3.5% of the purchase price. So if we do 3.5% of $334,900, we'll get $11,721.50 as a down payment. When you're purchasing a house, you have down payment and you also have closing costs. Closing costs and accumulation of fees such as loan origination fees, title fees, transfer fees, prorated taxes, etc. Usually around 3 to 4% of the purchase price, but I'm always super conservative and I go 4%. So 4% of the purchase price is $13,396. So when you add the down payment and the closing costs, it's going to equal your cash to close. The cash to close is the amount of money you need to close on the property, receive the keys, and evolve in real estate. So for this example, it's $25,117.50. Again, just an estimate. The next loan we're going to talk about is a conventional. As a first-time homebuyer, you may qualify for as little as 3% down. So 3% of the purchase price is $10,047. You're going to have your same closing costs. And your cash to close equals $23,443. Now, let's say you don't qualify for the 3% down payment. The next tier is 5%. So 5% of the purchase price is $16,745. Same closing costs. We're going to have a cash to close of $30,141. Now, the next tier from 5% is 10%. Why would you pay 10%? So you're going to pay 10% if this is going to be considered a second home, a vacation home. You're going to retire in a few years. Even if you don't currently own a home, it's still going to be considered a second home, okay? So minimum is 10% down, sometimes just a little bit more. And so 10% of the purchase price is $33,490. Same closing costs. We're going to have a cash to close of $46,886. Now, the next tier from 10% is 20%. Why would you pay 20%? So you're going to pay 20% if you want to avoid private mortgage insurance or if you want to use this as an investment property, which you can long-term or short-term, okay? So 20% of the purchase price is $66,980. Same closing costs. We're going to have a cash to close of $80,376. Now, this area does qualify for USDA loan, okay, which is 100% financing. Or you have to think about the closing cost, which is that $13,396. The next loan is a VA loan. Thank you for everyone who has served our country. You get 100% financing. You have the closing cost, which is $13,396. And it could be a little bit more if you have a funding fee. You could, of course, purchase this house in cash. It'll be between $2,000 to $3,000. Because you still have closing costs, but obviously not as much. And again, that's just an estimate. Your taxes estimated are around $3,700 per year if this is going to be your primary residence. Because if this is your primary residence, you're going to file for what is called the Florida Homestead Tax Exemption. And that's a $50,000 discount off of your property taxes. So your property taxes should be around this $3,700 per year. If it's a second home or an investment, it might be a little bit more, okay? Because you cannot file for that tax exemption. Homeowners insurance, very low in Ocala, specifically this area. It's only a two-year-old home and ex-flood zone. So your homeowners insurance is $900 maybe to $1,100. I've seen as low as $700 per year, okay? Now let's talk about Hometown Heroes. So Hometown Heroes is coming out again starting July 1st, supposedly, right? Because there's a lot of just misinformation going on. So Hometown Heroes for right now is only going to apply for what they considered hometown heroes. So it's firefighters, city workers in the sense of like healthcare, police officers, and things like that. So that is basically where they give you up to 5% of the loan amount, not to exceed $35,000. So as you can see, you can most likely use it for your down payment and most of your closing costs. It does get paid back, but it doesn't get paid back until you either sell the house, you refinance, you rent it out, or you're done paying your 30-year mortgage. You have to have at least a 640 credit score. You have to be a first-time home buyer or haven't owned a home within the last 3 years, okay? There are income restrictions to this as well. So if you have more questions about the Hometown Heroes, you can definitely reach out to me and I'll put you in contact with one of my preferred lenders and they'll be able to help you. But there are other down payment assistance programs just in case you don't qualify for the Hometown Heroes and things like that. So if you're ready to evolve and you want to speak to a lender, definitely go ahead, reach out to me. You have my calendar link, you have my number, and yeah, we look forward to helping you evolve in real estate, and stay tuned to our next video.